If there's one thing I want to share with you today, it's this. If you want to build real wealth, your money must be working for you. Saving alone is not enough anymore. Money that just sits still slowly loses its power, but when invested the right way, it can quietly grow year after year. And I'm making this video because I want to help you do it the right way. Not the risky way, not the stressful way, and not the way I did it when I was younger. Because there is a right way to invest, and there is a wrong way. Let me start by telling you about a mistake I made so you don't have to repeat it. In my 20s, I thought I had a brilliant plan. I believed I could find one special stock, just one, that would change my life forever. I told myself, I'll take a big risk now, strike it rich, and then I'll invest safely later. At the time, that sounded smart. Why take the slow road, I thought, when I could find a shortcut to wealth? Back then, I had a decent job at a large company. I wasn't struggling, but I wasn't truly living either. Every paycheck felt like another reminder that my time wasn't really mine. Like many people, especially those who spent years working hard, I wanted out. Out of the routine, out of depending on a paycheck, out of waiting decades just to feel secure. And the stock market felt like my escape hatch. So I threw myself into it. I read reports, I followed trends, I listened to so-called experts online, and I convinced myself that if I just found the right stock, everything would change. What I didn't realize at the time was this. I wasn't investing, I was chasing hope. And hope, when mixed with money, can be dangerous. In the next part, I'll explain the crucial difference between investing and speculating, and why understanding this one idea can protect your savings for the rest of your life. Don't miss part 2. Now let me slow this down and speak to you honestly, because this is where many people get confused. For a long time, I thought I was investing, but looking back, I can say clearly, I was speculating, and there is a big difference between the two. When I bought certain stocks or even looked at crypto later on, it wasn't just about numbers. Those investments represented hope. Hope that I could escape the grind. Hope that I wouldn't have to spend the next 30 or 40 years working a job I didn't love. So when someone suggested, why don't you just invest safely in an index fund? I ignored them. Not because the advice was bad, but because accepting it felt like giving up on my dreams. If you're listening to this and nodding your head, trust me, I understand you. That younger version of me truly believed that hitting it big was the only way forward. But here's the truth I wish I had understood sooner. Investing is about growing money steadily and safely over time. Speculating is about chasing fast results, usually with high risk. Investing focuses on the long term. It's based on real businesses, real earnings, and real history. It relies on diversification, patience, and something very powerful called compounding. Speculating, on the other hand, is short-term. It's driven by hype, rumors, headlines, and sometimes pure emotion. It's exciting, but it's also unpredictable and stressful. Looking back, I wasn't much different from someone buying lottery tickets and hoping for the best. And let's be honest, playing the lottery is not a retirement plan. Yes, some people do get rich from a single stock or a lucky crypto pick, just like some people win the lottery. But for every one success story, there are thousands of quiet losses you never hear about. And if you're thinking, but I'm different, I've done my research, I said the exact same thing. In the next part, I'll share how you can enjoy the excitement of speculation without risking the money you'll depend on later in life. Part 3 is where things get practical. Don't skip it. Now let's talk about something important, especially if you're someone who still wants results now, not decades from today. I'm not here to judge anyone. I won't tell you that wanting fast results is wrong. We've all worked hard, and it's natural to want to see progress while we're still healthy enough to enjoy it. So let me be very clear and very fair. If you enjoy speculating, whether that's individual stocks, crypto, or even the occasional lottery ticket, that's okay. I genuinely hope you win big. But here's the rule that protects your future. Speculation should never be your main wealth-building plan. There's no magic number, but most experienced investors agree on one thing. The majority of your money should be invested safely, not placed on high-risk bets. Think of it like this: money you worked decades for, money you'll rely on in retirement, money meant to protect your independence. That money should not be riding emotional highs and lows. Speculation is entertainment. Investing is protection. And the safest, simplest way to invest in the stock market is also the least exciting. It's broad, diversified funds, like an S&P 500 index fund or ETF. These funds own pieces of hundreds of strong companies all at once. You're not betting on one winner, you're betting on long-term economic growth. I know, it doesn't sound thrilling, but let me tell you something that surprised me. Time moves fast. 5 years pass quickly. 10 years disappear faster than you expect. And when money is invested consistently, those returns start stacking on top of each other. That's compounding, and it's powerful. In the next part, I'll explain exactly how to invest simply and steadily, even if you're starting late or only have a small amount to begin with. Part 4 may change how you think about money forever. Let me make this simple, because investing does not need to be complicated. If I could go back and give my younger self one piece of advice, it would be this: invest consistently, automatically, and without emotion. What does that mean? It means choosing a solid, diversified fund, like an S&P 500 index fund or ETF, and putting money into it every single month. Not when the market feels good, not when the news sounds positive, but consistently, no matter what's happening, even if it's a small amount. You'd be amazed how quickly small, regular contributions add up over time. And for those of you who feel you're starting later in life, listen closely. Starting now is always better than waiting. Whether it's through a retirement account or a regular brokerage account, the habit matters more than the amount. And remember, stocks are not the only way to invest. The same principles apply everywhere. Focus on assets with a proven track record. Avoid fads and trends that promise fast riches. That's why I personally prefer things like real estate and broad market funds, not collectibles, hype-driven schemes, or whatever the latest guaranteed win happens to be. Real wealth is built quietly, slowly, and with discipline. In the final part, I'll summarize the one mindset shift that separates people who stress about money from those who sleep well at night knowing they're secure. Part 5 is short, but crucial. Let's bring this all together. If there's one message I want you to remember, it's this: build your wealth through investing, not speculation. Speculation promises excitement. Investing delivers peace of mind. Slow and steady truly does win the race, especially when it comes to your money. You don't need perfect timing, you don't need secret tips, and you don't need to chase the next big thing. You just need to start. Even a small amount invested consistently can grow into something meaningful over time. And years from now, you'll be thankful you chose patience over stress. If you want to explore ways to speed up wealth creation, I'll be sharing more on that soon. But for now, remember this: protect the money you've worked so hard for. If this message helped you, consider subscribing to the channel. More clear, practical guidance is on the way. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful day.